Welcome back to Good Evening KU. My name is Heidi,
I'm Maddie.
and today, this afternoon, we're going to talk about our fall break. So, what did you do for fall break?
I went home and I played with my dog. Her name is Ruby. She's so cute. I really missed her, honestly. I miss my family too, but I miss her the most. And I ate some good food and I don't know, spent some quality time with my family. What about you?
I did practically the same thing. I went back home to McPherson and saw my mom, and I took my dog with me, and we just hung out and cuddled.
Yeah.
So, what type of dog do you have?
I have a cockapoo.
Oh, okay. It's
What
very
kind of dog do
cute.
you have?
He's a mix. He's a black-mouthed cur, which no one knows what it is, and then mixed with border collie. So, I rescued him, so he was kind of like my project.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, but our cast members also had a fun break. So Bob, who is one of our team members here at the show, he worked on a photography project in Kansas City and spent the weekend like roaming around the Kansas City area and Clinton Lake here in Lawrence, and took pictures of some roses for a project.
It looks like Daniel went to Colorado. Sounds like he saw a friend in Boulder.
Yeah. I can't imagine, like, look at that view.
I know. I drove up to Colorado this summer. It was really fun.
Yeah, the views are always great in Colorado. So Amanda's our next team member who went on break. She explored Iola, Kansas with her boyfriend. That looks fun.
I've never actually heard of Iola. So
I
someone will have
don't.
to fill me in.
Yeah, I don't know what's even in that town, so she'll have to tell us all about it.
It looks like Ethan hung out with his girlfriend and his dog. I really like the sweater.
Everyone has dogs here.
I know. I love that sweater, though. I'll have to borrow it. It looks like Nathaniel went to a Cardinals game, and I heard the St. Louis Cardinals lost 2-0.
Yeah. And then Tristan, he helped out with the Friday Good Morning KU, sorry. And he told us to make sure and tune in on Friday to see what this picture is all about. So you guys will have to check that out.
Looks like Anna went shopping in Norman, Oklahoma. I hope she got some cute clothes.
Yeah, I know. I need to go fall shopping.
I know. I've really been wanting to shop lately.
Yeah,
it's kind
me
of
too.
bad.
And then Adrian, he went to Wichita, Kansas, and then had a family party. And looks like they were all very dressed up, so that looks fun.
And Melanie went to KC and relaxed. Sounds kind of fun.
Yucheng went to New Orleans and went to a bunch of restaurants, and she told us that they walked around and explored the city and did all kinds of fun things. So, I mean, everyone seems to be like just enjoying themselves on this fall break. Like, I went home and relaxed, and everyone's like doing fun things. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone does things differently.
For sure. I mean, I didn't have a car, so I literally just stayed home.
Oh yeah, you don't have a car?
No, because I'm from Milwaukee, so I flew.
Yeah.
And my brothers use the car, so I kind of just stayed home and watched TV, which was so fine with me. I guess that's really what fall break, though, is. Just relaxing at home.
I need to take that time to relax and catch up on sleep, because midterms are always around that time, and it's just so tiring. I feel like I have so many like projects due right before break or like right after break, so I always have to take that time to just like catch up.
This was like the first time I had ever gone home with like no homework.
Oh, that's nice.
Which was so nice. And my brother went home too. He goes to school in St. Louis, so it was like really nice having everyone home at one time. But I think that like it's always like fall break to Thanksgiving. It's like the fastest time of the year.
Yeah, and then after Thanksgiving, it feels like a week goes by, and then we're home for Christmas break. Like,
right.
Finals come so quickly after Thanksgiving. I'm never like really that prepared.
It always just like flies by after fall break, which is crazy that it's already there.
All right. Well, I think that's all that we have for this segment. And after the short break, we'll have a guest come talk to us. Thanks.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back. I'm Jiaqi. Today we have our special guest here, Yucheng. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. So I am a first-year master's student at the program of counseling psychology, but I have been in the United States for almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm. So why did you choose to come to KU?
Well, KU is a great university, and I can see it's a very diverse community. And also, I really like the program I'm attending right now because the professors and the classmates I met are so awesome.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Lawrence with your first year experience?
Yeah, I really like this place. It's a very great small town to live in, and I really like the bus. Yeah, because I don't have a car, but I can still manage to go to school anyway.
Yeah,
so
that's very convenient.
Yeah.
So could you tell us about your organization?
Yeah, of course. So I am representing the International Student and Research and Service Center, and our center is founded and led by Dr. Changmin Duan, the professor of counseling psychology at the School of Education. So our center is dedicated for the promotion of mental well-being among international students, and for years we have been providing services for students, mostly for international students. And through years of research and communication with students, we found that a lot of the international students have some cultural adjustment issues, such as like not being able to understand what the native speakers are saying because of the cultural differences, and also or just like having difficulty participating in class. So those are very realistic problems they're encountering right now. So we understand that studying in a foreign country is a very exciting and terrifying experience. So we want to be a very good resource for international students whenever they encounter difficulties or challenges during their time at KU.
Yeah, that sounds very helpful.
Yeah, it is.
So what kind of services do you guys provide for students?
Yeah, right now we have two types of services. One is individual guidance. The other one is support group. And the theme of our service include how to deal with culture adaptation, emotional distress, or like career development, interpersonal relationships. And our staffs are Dr. Duan's doctoral and master's student, which include me, and also some visiting scholars.
Yeah, so what motivated you to join in this center?
Oh, that's a really good question. You know, well, first, Dr. Duan is my, the founder of this program, is my academic advisor. As a student, I really admire her and the hard work she's done to advocate social justice and to support international students specifically. And also, I am an international student myself. I encountered some cultural adjustment issue when I first came here, but during my undergrad school, we didn't have this kind of resource there. So I kind of wish I had like this kind of resource to like help me better adjust to this environment. So I think with my experience of like adapting to this new culture and also my past experience and the knowledge I've learned throughout the years, I think I can totally understand what other international students are going through, and I think I'm able to like help them and to be a better supporter.
That's great. So how can students reach out to you guys?
We are located at the Joseph R. Pearson Hall, which is where the School of Education is at. And also, students can contact us by email. So, and we will respond them with detailed information about the service they need.
So what's your guys' email address? Do you remember?
Yeah, can you give me a second to look over here? It's kuiprc@ku.edu.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I think we've covered it all. And thank you for being our guest. And we'll be back with the news.
Welcome back. I'm Anna.
And I'm Tristan. This is your international news update. Typhoon Hagibis slammed into Japan over the weekend, causing more than 50 deaths. Japanese public broadcaster NHK reported that the number could rise as the water continues to recede from residential areas. The storm knocked out power for tens of thousands of households, and the risk of landslides is still high.
South Korean K-pop star and actress Sully was found dead in her home in Seoul on Monday. The investigation is ongoing, but the cause of death is presumed to be suicide. The 25-year-old Sully had recently experienced online criticism and cyberbullying after posting social media support of the pro-choice movement and other feminist issues.
More than a dozen police officers were shot dead in Mexico during an ambush by suspected drug cartel hitmen. The attack is one of the bloodiest toward the country's law enforcement since President Andrés Manuel López Obrador took office last year. The state police reported that 13 officers are confirmed dead and 3 injured.
A magnitude 4.7 earthquake hit the Hollister area in San Benito County on Tuesday, just an hour after the San Francisco Bay Area was rattled by a 4.5 tremor 100 miles away. Earthquake scientists said the East Bay and San Benito County quakes were not related and are not part of the same fault system.
In sports, Canada beat the United States in soccer for the first time in 34 years. The 2-0 victory gives Canada a 6-point lead over the U.S. in the group standings of the CONCACAF Nations League. The two teams will meet again in November.
One of the biggest producers of esports and video games has reduced its penalty towards a champion gamer for his support of the anti-government protests in Hong Kong. Activision Blizzard returned the prize money to the year's Hearthstone champion and reduced his ban in half. The company stated that the ban was for referencing events outside of the game and not because one side or the other was supported.
And that will wrap it up for today's International News Update. Please keep watching, and after the break, Adrian will be here with the weather.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good. For greatness. Can you hear it?
Hello and welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Adrian Campa here with your weather forecast. Now right now, we're taking a live look outside of Wesco Hall. You can see it's really nice and sunny. Some very light winds, beautiful fall-like conditions right now. You can see the leaves starting to change. They're not even rustling right now just because it's so comfortable and amazing outside right now. But now taking a look at our current weather. Right now, as we just seen from outside, it's pretty sunny, light winds, and cool with a temperature of 58 degrees. Winds are from the west-northwest at 6 miles an hour. Now looking at our evening planner from 6 to 9 p.m., conditions will remain about the same, only getting down to around 46 degrees at 9 p.m. with very light winds, only about a mile an hour. But our winds will switch directions from the north to a southerly wind, starting to bring up some Gulf moisture. Now for tonight, our temperature will be 38 degrees, clear skies, some very light winds. From the southeast, only from 0 to 5 miles an hour. So overall, very beautiful and nice conditions, clear skies, but things are going to start to change soon. Now for tomorrow, we're expecting a high temperature of 70 degrees, sunny, warm, and very windy. This is the change I was talking about, is the winds that are going to be ramping up. Some pretty wicked winds expected the next few days. But winds will be from the south tomorrow at 10 to 20 miles an hour with gusts over 25 miles an hour. Now looking at Friday, this is where we're going to see our maximum winds. Friday, if you take a look right here for Lawrence, we can see wind gusts 40 to 45 or even greater miles an hour. So it's going to be pretty windy. And this is also going to continue into Saturday, but winds will not be as wicked Saturday. But we will see a chance for showers over the weekend. Our next storm system will be approaching Saturday, and a cold front will be pushing through Sunday. So that's why we do have these storm chances. And Sunday, we could see a couple severe storms. I'm expecting most of the activity to be south of Lawrence, but there is that possibility since it is a cold front pushing through in October. So with that, we will have a chance of some damaging winds, maybe some large hail, and an isolated tornado is not out of the question. But just keep an eye to the forecast if you have any activities planned over the weekend. Now, after that front passes, temperatures will cool down to around 62 for a couple of days, but then we'll slowly start to rebound to around 70 degrees on Wednesday. So overall this upcoming week will be very nice and fall-like. Well, that is all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.